welcome to Live Interactive English. Hello, everyone. I am Mike.
And I am Karen. Today we are looking at day one of the Swiss Guard, the Pope's Army.
Wow.
It's actually the world's smallest army, but their mission is actually quite important.
That's really interesting because, of course, the Pope, right? He's the leader of the Roman Catholic Church, lives in Vatican City.
That's right.
In the middle of Rome. And that is actually often called, and I think it is, the world's smallest country, right? It's their own country. They have their own government, their own money, their own post office and all that. And the Swiss Guards, these are the guys that have those colorful uniforms.
That's right.
If you've ever been to the Vatican to see the beautiful paintings and all the architecture, the old churches, these guys stand around and they kind of look like something from 500 years ago, right?
Oh, because of the uniform,
they have
right?
Swords and spears and, you know, they look like those sort of guards we see at the Tower of London or other places. I would never thought of them as an army.
I know.
That's a really interesting way of putting it. But, you know, it's a country.
That's right.
They're the people who protect the country, even though it's a tiny country. I guess they're an army.
That's right. So the
world's
Swiss
smallest
Guard.
army.
And their
Very
uniform is actually quite bright, right?
The uniform is very special, very
right.
unique, very colorful. They kind of look like almost like a clown costume or something like that. And remember, we're talking about the Vatican City in the middle of Rome, which of course is in Italy. Why are they the Swiss Guards? Switzerland is a whole other country that's like hundreds of miles away in the north, to the north of Italy. Why aren't they called the Vatican Guards or the Roman Guards or something?
I guess we'll be learning about them, a lot of interesting facts about them in our article today.
All right, so let's get some answers to many of our questions. The world's smallest army has a mission that is anything but small. The Swiss Guard, which is also called the Pontifical Swiss Guard, is made up of 135 men. Its primary duty is to protect the Pope. The Swiss Guard is among the oldest armies in the world and was formed by Pope Julius II in 1503. At that time, the Italian wars were in full swing, so the Pope requested 200 soldiers from Switzerland for protection. All right, so we got a fair amount of information in our title there. The Swiss Guard, that's what we call these soldiers. And no, they don't just wear the colorful uniforms. As we'll learn, they do many other things. And they are also known as the Pope's Army. It's not a big army.
It's not.
I don't think they're going to be invading Italy anytime soon or something. But yeah, they are there to protect the Pope, who of course is the head of the Roman Catholic Church there in the Vatican City in Rome. So let's learn more about this very interesting, tiny, and actually quite old army.
The Swiss Guard. So the world's smallest army has a mission that is anything but small. So we're saying that it's the world's smallest army. There's not too many people, but they do have a mission that is anything but small. They have a mission that is very, very important.
Right.
Okay, now we're talking about this word here, a mission, and that is a noun. A mission basically just means an important task or job that someone is trying to do. It's like a special quest or goal. So for example, you can say the mission was full of unexpected challenges. So their mission is to protect the Pope, right?
Exactly right. That is one of their missions, but of course, their main mission, their main job, their main responsibility. Let's get into some of the facts here. It says the Swiss Guard, which is also called the Pontifical Swiss Guard, pontifical being like an adjective for the Pope, is made up of 135 men.
Oh.
That's it.
That's
135 men.
Very small.
No ladies, men, and not very many men. I think the smallest group in the Taiwan army would probably be 400 men or something like that. So this is a very small group, but they have a big job, as we said. Its primary duty is to protect the Pope. And the Pope, along with the President of America and the Premier of China, these are some of the most important people in the world. And yes, there will be bad people, crazy people out there who will maybe want to try to hurt or kill or kidnap or, do bad things. So it's a very important duty, and that, of course, is their primary duty. Primary is an adjective meaning first. Often it also has the idea of most important. Your primary responsibility is to take care of your brother when your mom and dad are out for dinner or something like that, if you're a babysitter. If you're being told what to do at a new job and this is the most important thing you must do, that is your primary job, your primary responsibility. Number one, top of the list. For example, education is the primary focus of the new government policy. It will maybe affect other things, but the main goal, the main focus, the main thing they want to do, absolutely number one there is education. All right, Hanny is our primary expert in all things grammatical, so let's go over to her.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Kenny。这2天的课程是要介绍教宗的守护者瑞士卫队。这个世界上最小的军队所肩负的责任任务一点也不小，他们是由135名男子组成，主要的职责就是保护教宗。那他们又被称为教宗瑞士卫队。好，先补充一下。Pope 就是指教宗或是教皇，那么单字 mission 它表示任务，像重要特定的任务使命。Karen 老师在解释单字时有提到 quest Q-U-E-S-T 这个字可以当名词或动词来表达探索、寻找或追求。下一个单字 primary 是形容词，形容首要的、主要的。Mike 老师在讲到元首重要人物时，他有提到 premier P-R-E-M-I-E-R 那这个字当名词可以指首相、总理，它也可以当形容词来描述首要的、最重要的或最好的。好，这边还有2个重点。第一个重点 anything but 是表达一点也不怎么样。这个片语可以加在形容词或名词的前面来强调说一点也不怎么样，绝非怎么样怎么样。例如 The exam was anything but easy 那个考试一点也不简单。好，第2个重点是 make up 做及物用，可以表达组成、构成。被动的时候它会写作 be made up of。我们来看一下它的用法，你可以用整体加上 be made up of 加上部分，也可以用部分加上 make up 加上整体。好，那来看一个例句 The country is made up of numerous islands 也可以说 numerous islands make up the country 那个国家是由许多岛屿组成的。好，接着课文中
And now we are back. Okay, let's go back to the article.
Okay.
The Swiss Guard is among the oldest armies in the world and was formed by Pope Julius II in 1503.
Wow.
At that time, the Italian wars were in full swing. That means it was just happening, right? So the Pope requested 200 soldiers from Switzerland for protection.
Interesting.
So he asked these soldiers from Switzerland for protection. So what's protection? Protection, that is a noun. Protection means keeping something or someone safe from harm or danger. It can also refer to the state of being safe. So for example, you can say the army provided protection for the city during the war. So I'm guessing the Swiss Guard, they have to be really, really well trained, right? If their job is to protect the Pope.
That's right, and there aren't very many of them, so a very small army, but also, as we learned, an army that's been around 500 years, much longer than most of the armies around today.
That's
very
right.
Interesting. Let's go over to Hanny one more time.
瑞士卫队是世界上最古老的军队之一，是在1503年由教宗儒略2世所组建的。当时意大利战争正如火如荼的进行，因此教宗就向瑞士请求200名士兵来提供保护。好，单字 protection 这个名词就是保护、防护，而文中用到片语 in full swing。in full swing 它可以表达某项活动或是事件正在如火如荼的进行中。好，那解华课文中。
And now we are back. So we learned some interesting facts about the Swiss Guard, right?
So far, so good.
And we know that they are on an important mission to protect the Pope.
That's right. And there aren't very many of them, so it's a big job to do. We're going to have so much more about the Swiss Guards right after this.
That's right.
Switzerland was known for producing highly trained soldiers who also fought for foreign armies. This made them the ideal choice for the Pope's personal defense. The Swiss Guard has undergone many changes since its beginning, breaking up and reforming several times. The uniform hasn't always looked as it does today either. The Guard's current uniform was designed in 1914, but it recreates many details from the original 16th century uniform. It is impossible to miss with its bright yellow, blue, and red stripes that are paired with a helmet and feathers or a black beret.
Welcome back, everyone. So before the break, we were learning about the world's smallest army, the Swiss Guard. And we know that their mission is anything but small. Their job is to protect the very important Pope, right?
Exactly. There's 135 of them. This army has been around. The Swiss Guard has been around for more than 500 years. But yeah, at the beginning, when we saw what they were called, the Swiss Guard, we were wondering, wait, the Vatican is in Rome, in Italy. Why are the people who protect the Pope Swiss from Switzerland? Well, actually, there's a really good reason for that going back in history. It says Switzerland was known for producing highly trained soldiers who also fought for foreign armies. These were like professional soldiers, and kings and queens in Europe, they paid these Swiss soldiers for hundreds of years. I'll pay you to come and fight for me against this other kingdom or this other country. I think Napoleon used some Swiss, the English king. These guys were all over, and for hundreds of years, they were very well known, very good with crossbows. That was one of their specialties. So Swiss professional soldiers, being a soldier was their job. We call these people mercenaries today, M-E-R-C-E-N-A-R-Y, but that's why. So this made professional Swiss soldiers from Switzerland, this made them the ideal choice for the Pope's personal defense. Where can I find the best soldiers? In Switzerland. Great, I'm gonna go hire a bunch of them to protect me. So it was an ideal solution. If something is ideal, it is perfect. It is exactly right. You couldn't make it any better. You don't want to change it at all because it's wonderful, it's amazing, it's just what you ordered. It's ideal or perfect. For example, if you enjoy the beach, Thailand is an ideal vacation spot. Great beaches, great weather, wonderful snorkeling, the food's so good, and it's not very expensive. It's perfect. Ideal.
That is an ideal vacation spot for me.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's learn more about the Swiss Guard. The Swiss Guard has undergone many changes since its beginning. So we talked about how it's been around for over 500 years, right? It's been around for a long time. So it has gone through many changes since its beginning, breaking up and reforming several times. Okay, so they actually broke up a few times and then reformed. It was put together again, right?
Exactly right. Put back together, modernized, and of course, as times change, armies change. So this is something that happens in many countries.
Okay, well, let's go to Henny first and we will be right back.
瑞士以培养训练有素，并且也替外国军队作战的士兵而闻名。那这使他们成为教宗私人防卫的理想选择。这时候 ，Mike 老师有提到 mercenary 这个字 ，M-E-R-C-E-N-A-R-Y 这个名词，它表示佣兵。老师还提到 crossbow 就是指弩、十字弓。好，那文中的单字 ideal 则是形容理想的、最合适的。我们看到课文接着提到，瑞士卫队自成立以来，经历了多次的变革，曾经数次解散又重组。好，文中用片语动词 break up， 它是表达解散分裂，还用到 reform 这个动词表达重组，它也有改革改造的意思。这时候 Mike 老师还用到一个动词叫 modernize， 在 modern 后面加上 ize 构成动词，可以表达现代化，使现代化。好，那这句话课文中。
And we are back. Let's continue the article. The uniform hasn't always looked as it does today either. Oh, so the uniform has also gone through some changes as well.
Yes.
The Guard's current uniform was designed in 1914, but it recreates many details from the original 16th century uniform. Okay, so you can probably still spot some similarities, but you can also spot some differences as well. Original, that is an adjective. So original can mean the first of its kind or something not copied. It can also be explained as the first one made or something that is new and different. So for example, you can say our original plan was to leave early, but we were delayed. So that was our plan first, and it was changed afterwards.
That's right. So as we learned there, the uniform that we know today was actually, it's only a bit more than 100 years old, designed in 1914. But if you look at it, it does not look like a 1914 Army uniform. At that time, they were wearing uniforms like we see today. They're gray, they're brown, they're green, something like that. The Swiss Guard uniform would definitely make you stand out on a modern battlefield. Look at that guy.
Not camouflaged.
What is he wearing? You won't just blend into grass or mud or trees. No, as it says, the uniform, is impossible to miss with its bright yellow, blue, and red stripes that are paired with a helmet, a very old style helmet, and feathers or a black beret. That's the kind of softer hat. But yes, the ones you often see standing will have that big metal helmet. I think it's called a morion helmet, and it's a style from the 16th century, from the 1500s, a very old style of soldier's headwear. And that's what a helmet is. It's something you wear on your head. It's hard. It will protect your head from being hurt or, from cracking your skull or something like that. We do it when we're doing activities that can be dangerous to our head. You don't want to get shot in the head in a war, so you have a metal helmet. Or more commonly, when we're playing sports or doing activities where we could hurt ourselves by hitting our head hard, we have helmets made of plastic and more modern materials. Motorcycle helmets, of course, are a good idea. Bicycling helmets you'll see on professional bicycle racers. And when workers are in a construction site, they often wear those helmets that are very hard. Just a few examples of helmets, hard protective headwear to stop you from hurting your brain. For example, you should wear a helmet to stay safe when cycling. Good advice. All right, let's go over to Hanny, and then we'll be back with more from our article.
瑞士卫队现今的制服是在1914年设计的，不过呢，它有重现的16世纪原始制服的许多细节，使用了鲜艳的黄、蓝、红条纹，搭配羽式头盔或者是黑色贝雷帽。好，来看单字 original， 它是形容词，形容原始的、最初的。helmet 表示头盔或者是安全帽。Mike 老师在讲到保护头颅时，他提到 skull，skull，skull 可以指颅骨或是头盖骨。那文中还有提到 beret 就是贝雷帽。Mike 老师则提到这个 morion helmet， 它是指莫里恩头盔，是一种敞开式没有面罩的高顶头盔。那我们接回到课文中。
And now we are back. We learned a lot of interesting facts and history about the Swiss Guard. So I actually know a lot more about them right now.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, these are people we've seen. Maybe you've been lucky enough to go to the Vatican. You've seen pictures recently, right? One of the popes died. They elected a new pope. And whenever you saw them getting ready for that or welcoming the new pope, there are the Swiss Guards in the background. You can't miss them. That uniform really helps them stand out. So it's interesting to learn more about them. And we'll have much more as well tomorrow about some of the more modern things that one of the world's oldest armies does every day. The world's smallest army has a mission that is anything but small. The Swiss Guard, which is also called the Pontifical Swiss Guard, is made up of 135 men. Its primary duty is to protect the Pope. The Swiss Guard is among the oldest armies in the world and was formed by Pope Julius II in 1503. At that time, the Italian wars were in full swing, so the Pope requested 200 soldiers from Switzerland for protection. Switzerland was known for producing highly trained soldiers who also fought for foreign armies. This made them the ideal choice for the Pope's personal defense. The Swiss Guard has undergone many changes since its beginning, breaking up and reforming several times. The uniform hasn't always looked as it does today either. The Guard's current uniform was designed in 1914, but it recreates many details from the original 16th century uniform. It is impossible to miss with its bright yellow, blue, and red stripes that are paired with a helmet and feathers or a black beret.
最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。单字的部分有 mission， 它表示任务，像重要特定的任务使命。primary 是形容词，形容首要的、主要的。protection 名词，表示保护、防护。ideal 形容词，形容理想的、最合适的。original 是形容词，形容原始的、最初的。好，那再来看到 helmet 是名词，它表示头盔、安全帽。文法的部分，我们第一个学到 anything but 点点点，可以表达一点也不怎么样。这个片语可以加在形容词或名词的前面，用来强调一点也不怎么样，绝非怎么样。第二个学到了 make up 做及物用，可以表达组成、构成。它的被动是写作 be made up of。那用法会是整体加上 be made up of 加上部分，或者是部分加上 make up 加上整体。好，那么以上今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Hey, 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 it's Kiwi on the street. I'm Kiki. And I'm Winnie. And today we are playing a game called Slapjack. The winner will be the one who wins all of the cards in the deck. Step one is, of course, we have to shuffle the cards. Make sure it's shuffled well. Now, step two will be to deal the cards evenly between all the players. So we have to take turns flipping each card. Right. And you keep flipping until a jack appears. And if you see any jack at all, any suits, you have to slap the jack.
Yes.
And the first person to slap the jack will win the pile. Okay, now we're gonna play.
Okay, the loser has to take out the trash. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, go. Ah! Thank you.
Ready?
I'm out. I got it all. Yay! I'm the queen of slapjack.
Anyway, well, that was a fun game until I lost. It really tests your concentration. But I will come back stronger than ever and challenge you to another round of slapjack. But that's all we have for today. Remember to follow us on Instagram and send us a DM or an email if there's something you want to say in English and you just don't know how. Kiki, anything you have left to say?
Time to get some flapjacks to go with my slapjack. Kiwi later!